Party people, Tony Rowe here, playing in an hourly Lichess arena. Let me fix my friggin' board here. It was set up and then, oh, maybe it's because it's an arena. It's slightly different size, but here we go. All right, we're off to the races here against Bauru Campeo, something champion, presumably, from Indonesia. All right. I don't know, let's go here. 95 was also reasonable. Maybe I should do that now. You could take, then take on c4. Okay, it does not. I'll go 95. Just tickling the bishop. If he takes on e5, I have good pressure against the d5 pawn now. Tony likey. Knight e4 would lose to f3. I'm going to take here. The problem that he has is that I'm going to go queen takes d5 and protect this pawn. And if he goes there, then I take on e6 with the discovery on b7, which is also fairly uncomfortable. I guess he can go queen d1, rook d1, bishop e2 at some point maybe and make it kind of weird. We shall see. We all set up here? Everything is good? Yeah, it looks good. As usual, if you are into my videos and you are a first-time watcher, like, subscribe, comment. I love answering questions, taking suggestions about future video content. I could have flicked an e takes f7 check there. Okay. Oh, he's getting this in. That's actually pretty annoying, isn't it? Guy wamboozling me. He takes f7 check. Presumably he will go king takes f7. I have bishop d5 there. I don't think it really does much of anything. I have bishop takes b7 here. He can go bishop d1. I can take on a8. Bishop b7, rook b8 is kind of a problem. Rook e1. Maybe that. Knight f3 check. I'd be up a pawn. He'd have a light squared bishop. And very weak light squares. And I would have very weak light squares. Is there anything wrong with this? If he moves the bishop somewhere. I'm going to try it. I also might have to flick this in at some point to maintain my pawn advantage, but I can't do it now. If I okay, so he goes there. I'm going to take there. I can't flick this in because king takes and then a8 would be defended. That would be very unfortunate. So I am up a pawn. He can go ef. I was going to think about this move or this move hitting the bishop. Okay, so he does go there. I kind of want to play bishop f4 first. Knight c3 probably next. If knight f3, now I'll go king g2. I'm no way in hell I'm playing this move unless I'm forced to. I don't like this, guys. I don't like this at all. I don't like that little black gap above this clock. I really got to sort this out. Okay, better. Closer, warmer. This was a request. To do an arena was a request, so I'm doing an arena. It's an hour of my time. If you guys want to watch me play Blitz for an hour, I will do that. There was also the 3-minute arena. I'm not playing that. I'm terrible at 3-minute. Do I even play that move? Yeah, because I think I'll be happier if he's uncastled. So I'm gonna flick bishop c6 in. And the question, do I go here now or do I just move my bishop? I'm just going to move my bishop to e3. I like my bishop hitting a7. And material's even, but I think, okay, you're just going to be irritating about it, aren't you? Okay, I'll go here. Knight c3, I think. With the counterattack. I need to develop, and now again, if knight f3, yeah, he's just being rude with it. Okay, so let's chuck this guy back. I have 2 minutes. He's got 225, so it's pretty close. If knight f3 check now, I'll probably just go king h1. I'd be threatening h3 there. Yeah, okay, so not totally solving his problems in my opinion. Now h3 g4 is a threat, removing the defender of this guy, so it sort of feels like he has to move this again. And I don't know, man. This is hanging. At some point, I'm just going to take that guy. Okay, that feels suspicious. What's his plan here? h4 and then h takes g3. That's actually hilarious. This and then this is his idea. Presumably this takes their check. Yeah, seems good, honestly. Honestly, doesn't seem that bad. All right, that's actually quite dumb. I don't want to think too long about this, but do I have any idea there? No, I'm just gonna go h4. I'm not gonna play these reindeer games. Okay, so he's going there. Yeah, actually also kind of irritating. If he goes h4 now, I'll probably just have to take here, but and then go king h2. Not the most comfortable I've ever been in a chess game, but I think just takes here, rook h4, and then king g3, hitting the bishop is okay. Wow, he does that. Dang. I thought that this move was possible. I'm running out of time, so I'm just going to play it. I got to speed up a little bit. I need to find a good square for my knight. The bishop on f3 sort of dominates it. They always say put your bishop 2 squares away from a knight. It's weird to see that same geometry horizontally where like this bishop actually dominates like, you know, these squares by my knight a little bit. It's usually like a bishop here would dominate this way. It's kind of funny to see it horizontally. Okay, and then I'm guessing he's just going to go e4. I'm going to go back. Whoa. I'm going to pre-move that. No real choice. Yeah, under a little bit of pressure, but it's not insurmountable. With the removal of the pawn from e6, I do have this juicy square for my knight. I want to play that. I don't know where it's going from there, but it's better than what I've got now. This bishop is a very powerful piece. It's completely dominating like the 2 open files. My entry squares, somewhat annoying. Need to do something about that. I think here, maybe. Okay, so I'm gonna do this. Oh, not that way, this way. And now rook c1. He wants to go rook f8 here is his idea. Oh, there, that's much better, isn't it? Okay, I'm hanging that, but c7's hanging, excuse me. Let's take it. Still up a pawn. I feel much safer now. The rook d3 would be mate, specifically in this position. Yeah, I think he sort of sees it. If he goes rook d7, I'm going to go check and knight d4, stopping the mate threat and also, yeah, just winning this pawn. Okay. Oh, wow, he ran out of time. Damn, I wasn't even paying attention. Okay. So that's one. Tricky game, actually. Not easy. 5 minutes is tough. Sorry, this is unacceptable. It's just all around bad. I don't have an arena screen cap at all. This guy's not showing up. I guess what happens if I berserk and he doesn't show up? We're gonna find out. Also kind of unfortunate that my berserk does not fully fit into the thing. Okay, I'm victorious, but I doubt I get double points. Yeah, doesn't seem like I did. I want my money back, Lichess. 5th place. Who's in 1st place? Oscar Ivan 2021. Okay, interesting. I think I might be the highest rated player in this tournament, but unfortunately I'm also the slowest, so. This guy's 1841. I do need to maybe start playing slightly more aggressive openings in these arenas. Like, especially with the 5-minute arenas, it's, you know, if you're really, if your games take 5 minutes or 10, the full 10 minutes, like you get way less games than people who can close like off these games in 4 minutes or something. This guy's just being ridiculous. C4 something. Okay. I'm gonna go C5 actually. We'll play like a Benoni where White has played B3 and Bishop B2 for some reason. I'm not totally mad at that. Okay, he goes E3. I'm gonna play here actually, E5. I don't know if it's a good move. It's an interesting move, and just to stunt his bishop. Okay, let's just go. Very simple. Wow. Okay, I'm not particularly worried about this, I think. This feels very suspicious for White. I also have Queen H4 check looming. I can play it now if I want. Why not? This guy is sort of flying a little close to the sun here. It's very tempting to sack a rook here with like this move. And then something like here. Let's do it. Let's try it. If he takes here, I have at least check here, and then here, and this bishop is hanging, this knight is also hanging, and his king is just horrific. It's hard for me to believe it's terrible. Let's put it that way. Okay, let's flick this check in. And let's take this one. If bishop f8, then I have here, and I have 2 connected passes. Actually, maybe I'll flick this check in first. I'm not sure. I would. This has to be like, this is going to be like the Tony Rowe Immortal here. Let's do it. White really playing with a lot of fire here, though so am I, because my queen is trapped after rook h2, isn't it? Oh, shit. Oh, no. Okay. Queen g3, okay. Ugh. I also have this check first, if that's relevant. Yeah, dang it. No. All right, well, let's throw this check in first and see what we can do. And I don't see anything tremendously obvious here, so let's do this. Again, I will just take here, though, and then his rook will be hanging. If bishop here, I'll probably take here. Yeah, he should probably take with the knight here because this rook is hanging. If he takes with the queen, I'll take here. If he takes here with the queen, I also have this check, which is devastating, isn't it? So that would be even better. So he pretty much must take with the knight because the actual threat here is queen e5 mate. Cute. Yeah, so he takes with the knight. And now what? Just king takes f8? Is there something stronger? Bishop e4? Okay, let's go here actually. Threat bishop f3. Then queen h2 or bishop f3, queen e5, something like that. If he goes bishop h6, I'll just take here. The rook is hanging. Yeah. I also have the idea of like rook g2. I don't even have to take this knight. Like queen takes f3, bishop takes f3 is obviously possible, but I can also go here, threatening here mate. Did I berserk? I did not berserk this game. I would have flagged by now. I'm so used to playing 3+2 on the internet that 5-0 feels like so long. I just have so much time. This is quite the game, isn't it? Oh, that's annoying. Is that a good move? That seems bad. Uh-huh. Okay. I mean, that move strikes me as bad for just like 19 different reasons. It hangs h2. But queen e5 seems pretty crushing. Okay. Ooh, baby! Tony Rowe got attacks. Okay. See, I'm falling like way behind. These like berserkers are just like, how am I supposed to keep up? I'm just playing way too slow. I need to start beating down on like some lower rated players with berserks. So let's try it. Who are we facing? Barracuda? I don't know. 2050? That seems risky. We'll play in English. Little Botvinnik action. Let's go a3 maybe? Planning rook b1. Ooh. This strikes me as very risky, pal. I've got a big boy center, and you just blundered. Boop! Tickle him. Sorry about it, homie. Got him! As a player who plays both sides of that position, I know a few tricks. I got some stuff. I got some stuff there. That feels good. Okay, so we're streaking now. You can quote me on it. Let's go. Give me Oscar Ivan. Give me someone who's close in points. Give me Pequeño Einstein. Oh dear, that's quite a handle. Let's go. I'm going to choke. Okay, I'm going to Pittsburgh this weekend with my girlfriend, so I won't be able to record videos. So I'm trying to record extra videos up front. Looks like we're gonna get a reverse Grunfeld. No, we're gonna get like this sort of quasi-Tarish. Okay, we're gonna get a real Tarish. Let's take here and go a3. And b4. Bishop e7, conservative. Yeah, maybe this. And one plan that I think is interesting is e3, like knight e2, knight f4. Let's flick h3 in, and then let's go knight e2. f4 is just a good square. Okay, I'll do this. He should take with the knight. If he takes with the queen, I will take, yeah. So he takes with the knight. And now I feel like this is kind of a good position for white. Again, I have this threat. Okay, so he doesn't want to... What do I do now? One thing you do have to watch out for in these positions is that knight, when you play a3, b4 in these isolated queen pawn targe positions, you really have to watch out for like knight e8, d6, or knight e4, d6, c4, or knight e5, c4. If you go b5, they can go knight a5, c4. You really don't want a knight to land on c4. That's the moral of the story. So, like I just like for instance, queen d3 would be absolute trash here because I actually give him knight c4 with tempo. So I'm thinking about just lopping this idiot off and playing against these hanging pawns instead. So he wants to keep the Isolani instead. That's fine with tone. Let's go here. I'll hit a7. Rook c4, I'll take this. Yeah, so he goes b6, and now I will go here. Yeah. And let's take and then go knight d3 maybe. Just simple. I'm just going to try and dominate the C file here. I already feel like it's kind of a victory in that I have removed a bunch of material. I think I'm okay taking on this D pawn here if he wants to trade. D5 is weaker than D4 in my opinion. I can put my knight back on F4 to stop rook E2 invasions. Okay, so he perhaps rightfully decides he does not want to do that. That would allow knight E4, would it not? Maybe just here, force the queen trade. It's not exciting. It's not super exciting, but he's got this. I've got, well, I don't have that anymore. Okay, but this minor piece ending must be very pleasant for me, right? Usually in these isolated pawn situations, your king is best on this square. I'm going to put my knight on c3. He's going to be completely tied down to the defense of the d5 pawn. And yeah, I think he senses f4, f5 is coming, but it doesn't, that's not going to do it, pal. Okay, so yeah, and now I just go f4, f5. This is sort of very thematic kind of play here. This is exactly the kind of chess that I want to play, by the way. This guy is just suffering. No real chance for counterplay. It's actually worth noting that g2 is specifically very good here. Like, for instance, if gf, ef, and then he makes a waiting move, let's say like b5, f5, bishop c8, knight takes d5, he could try bishop b7, pinning my knight. I could take here, but then he gets to take here, and then perhaps take here and here. That would be unpleasant, but I just have knight e3 in that position, retreating the knight and breaking the pin, in which case I would just be up a clean pawn in the knight ending, which... knight endings are very similar to pawn endings. If you're up a pawn, you're a very significant favorite to win. He's just chucking it. Yeah, and this, I think, is just winning. Or very, very strong anyway. It can be hard to win same colored bishop's endings, especially ones like these, because of like fortresses and stuff. Okay, so let's go knight e3. Break that. Knight f5 is a very significant threat now. It's still going to be a very significant threat. So if I go king e4, am I spoiling anything? He'll go knight c3 check. What if I just go g5, actually? Yeah, get this thing going. I'm just going to go h4, h5, h6, etc. And okay, so he doesn't want to allow that. That's fine. f5 now. It's still, you know, it's still hard to win. I'm going to trade this, I think. And I'm going to keep the pawn here. If here, then knight b6 would be annoying. I'm going to go h4. It's useful just to spend that move, shore up my... Get this pawn basically one square closer before I try and do anything. Do anything significant anyway. Let's go here. He might go back, and then he wants to check and go here. That's fine. Let's go here. He's going to check. I'll go king. Oh, king d4 would allow him to play knight b5 check. This is getting complicated. King d3, knight b5. He also has this move. Do I have g6? Oh, I just have takes here, right? Yeah. He can't take my knight back. Okay, he takes it anyway. All right, pretty clean game. This is going to be easily winning for me. I'm just going to lop off all his stuff here. Yeah. That's a game I'd like to look at. Who was that? Who did I just play? Who was that? Yuri01. Okay. Pequeno Einstein just took a loss to... Who did he lose to? Karpov 4040. Tough to beat Karpov, bro. Give me Oscar Ivan. Oh, he just started a game. Damn. Who's the next victim? Give him to me. I'm streaking. Let's go. These are actually pretty fun. I used to play Adobe Creative Cloud. Get out of here. I used to play these a ton when, like, John Bartholomew was streaming them. My record against him is like 90-0. I mean 0-90, to be clear. Okay, now we're getting it from the other side. This is unfortunate. Doesn't make for the best watching. Okay, that's interesting. Usually white would wait for rook b8 because that would force black to lose one more tempo than he had. I might still play rook b8 at some point, so it might not be super relevant, but yeah, like, okay, I'll go bishop d7 here, I think. Bishop g1 this guy plays. All right, yeah, let's go rook b8. I'll just prepare. If he goes g4, I'll probably go f5. If he goes there, does this lose a pawn? It may. No, I think it's all right. We'll try it. If knight d4, bishop d4, yeah. I'll take with the bishop. I would have very strong dark squared bishop then. Okay, this way, unfortunately for white, I have like a very good sort of Banco Gambit structure. And he's got this backward pawn on b2. He's got an extra pawn island. I've only got one. He's got two. And yeah, this is typically very pleasant for black. The question is how to proceed. Go queen a5. Okay, my opponent just left the game. He's back. All right. Crows Michael, or Michael Crows. Losing a pawn. I will take it. In fact, I would like to trade queen, sir. Trades. I wouldn't have. Now, pawns are all on the same side. This can be tricky. And he goes e5. Very interesting. Possibly even a strong chess move. Let's go here. Threatening rook b1, bishop d3. Maybe not even that. Oh, you dirtbag. Okay, if rook b1, bishop d3, the problem is rook b3. Do I have anything there? Not looking like it. Well, that sucks. Okay, well, listen, you got me. Touché, sir. Very reasonable counter to my proposed plan there. Okay, there. I think I have just this, hey? This seems unpleasant. It's all coming down now. If he plays rook b8, I'll flick this in first. And then take back. And unfortunately for him, offloading this last pawn is not possible because I'm still hitting the rook. Yeah. Okay, he's got bishop c5. That's fine. He can play bishop takes c5. I'll allow it, and I'll just play something like rook b3, rook b2. Let's go rook b2. 2 minutes to 3 minutes. 2 minutes is more than enough for me to win this position. Protecting e7. This thing is loose now. Unfortunately, this is the only move that moves the bishop and protects it. Then rook b7. He could go here, but then maybe rook a2 is better. Yeah, I'll go rook a2. And this thing is kind of hanging. I have to maybe play king f8 first. Let's play here, actually. Very annoying. And that move would be no, that move's fine. Okay. I thought bishop a6 for a second, which would be very sad, but okay, my bishop on f6 protects it. I'm just trying to get my king closer to the center. Again, I'm up 2 pawns here, so I just really have to... I'd like to trade off these rooks. Once I trade off the rooks, it's going to be not a problem. Okay, there allows bishop b2. That would be unfortunate. So let's just go there. And let's hit him with this check. Let's hit him with this check. Yeah, now he's losing the house. Rook e2 is forced, unfortunately, and then, yeah, this is checkmate. Atlantean 561, give him to me. No, see, that's another problem with 5-minute blitz arenas, actually, is like it's so unlikely that you're gonna run into like other people, because you could be in a game for 10 minutes, so like they don't match up that well to where you're gonna be playing the leader typically. It's kind of frustrating, isn't it? My blood sugar is really high. Apologies. I'm not cheating. This is an insulin pump. Get off my back. Your boy has diabetes. I do worry about that sometimes, like, OTB, like I go walking away if my blood sugar's high or something, I'm like over here on some electrical device. I hope people see the tiny cord that's attached to my belly. That we haven't come that far in chess technology yet. C4 seems so specific, so sus. Come on, bro. Yeah, it just releases too much. It just releases the tension in the center, which is bad in general, but in this specific case also, what is happening? Okay, in this specific case, black also can't maintain the pawn, and usually is going to have to exchange like a C pawn for an A pawn or something, or C pawn for a B pawn, which is sort of, obviously frowned upon. I have really dry eyes. This is 2 videos in a row where I start burning. Okay, I thought this move was good. So now I'm winning. Now I'm winning a center pawn here. I'm going to trade basically this B pawn for this D pawn. He should probably not go here too and give up the bishops, but I thought this. Nah, maybe that's not good right away. But you know what is good right away? Takes, and then knight e5 with a very quick resignation here. Yeah, pretty huge blowout. Sorry, Jose Luis Alvarez. Crap. Okay. I guess I have here. I didn't see queen a5 check. I did not see queen a5 check at all, but it's still got to be winning for me. That was close, though. Somewhat dubious calculation skills, Tone. But yeah, you can... Slight problem with this position for black. Just resign. Just someone give me one resignation here. Don't make me play this entire game out. I need quick points and then back to it. Back to business. This guy just going to let 3.5 minutes run out here and do me dirty. I mean, what does he play? C3, but then here check. All right. So let's go here. And how do I most expediently finish this game off? I'm just going to castle, actually. Retreating the bishop was also very good. In that way, I could threaten knight c6 check. Maybe I'll do that next move. I'll just play like bishop g2 or something lame. But honestly, like, even queen a1 here is just completely crushing, I feel like. Yeah, okay. So I'm going to just go here. Real coyly threaten this move, and if he doesn't see it. All right, if that doesn't get a resignation, I freaking quit. All right, that's good. Still in second place, but I'm catching up. Both me and Atlantean 561 are both streaking. He's in a game. It looks like a hot mess. Okay, you guys can see that game. He looks winning though, unfortunately. Like, this looks just very good for black, which kind of stinks. Give me a game. Give me Karpov 40-40. Who am I playing? Okay. Caught a kilo. 21-15. Let's Berserk. I'm just gonna play the Sicilian. Give me a Smith Mora. Don't Rosalimo me, bro. Yeah. Alright, so we'll get a Kalashnikov. This will be the game that I lose on camera. Let's just go Bishop E6, maybe. I'll play this real risky. Okay, here, and then I'm gonna go G6, which is an interesting system. I call this the Joe Bava. All right. Knight to d5 immediately. Interesting. And okay, I'll go here. If bishop g5, no, he doesn't want to play that. Okay, I'm just going to take that. I don't know if it's best, but it's a move. If he takes with the knight now, I can take here. That's my idea. So he's got to plug up the d5 weakness with a pawn. And I think c takes d5 is probably the best move, and then I'll just go knight e7. Knight d4, I'll go bishop e3, and I find that to be kind of annoying. But this seems fine. I'm going to go like knight d7 here, f5. Okay, let's go queen c7. He can go rook c1, but then I'll go knight c5. Okay, I was planning on doing that anyway. Definitely do it now. Maybe just f5. Interesting position anyway. Okay, there. That I'm fine with. I'm going to take here, open up the f file, or give him an isolated pawn on... All right, let's take there. And let's go... I have check, and then takes d5. I don't think it's very good. Let's just go here. I don't hate this for me. Let's check and take. I'm gonna lose this game on time, but I'm trying here. G4 is possible, honestly. D6 is hanging in that case. I thought knight d4 there was reasonable. Maybe I should go queen d4 instead. That's fair. Okay, I guess I just have to go here. I'll take this way to try and protect this, open up the bishop. Let's kick this guy. I don't have enough time. Why did I berserk, guys? Why? All right. Well, takes, knight d6, knight d6, bishop d6, rook d8. I win a pawn. I win my pawn back. Let's put it that way. Yeah. This position seems fine. That was dumb. Super friggin' dumb. All right, well, yeah, I'm just losing now. Okay, now I've got chances, actually. Should play king h2. That was dumb. Damn. All right. Yeah, lose that one. Just didn't have any time. GM DrunkViper. Who is this guy? Jeez. Doesn't say. Doesn't even have a country. He's a member of a bunch of Russian teams, though. Give me that guy. He's coming in hot for everyone. There's 9 minutes and 54 seconds left in the arena. Okay, my chances have been thoroughly squashed here. Someone's got to beat Atlantean. He's like, no one can beat this guy. Oh, shoot. Okay, let's play knight f3. It's go time. We're taking this 2700 down. We're gonna get wrecked here, actually. So we get a symmetrical English. My guess he plays e6. I'm gonna play h4, h5. Oi. This all has been played before. I'm pretty sure, like, Michael Adams against one of the Chinese players played this way. Oh, that move. Very interesting. I'm not mad at this. I mean, you know, this looks kind of ugly, but I do have the two bishops, and let's mess his pawn structure up here. He can't take with the h pawn, so let's just, this feels like a good time to relieve the tension here. And maybe bishop g5. I think he wants to go bishop b7. I was thinking about bishop b7 and then knight e5, threatening bishop e7. Yeah. He goes here, I guess he castles. If knight e5, I honestly was just wondering about knight e5 here, rook b8. And then c4 is hanging. You know what's an interesting line, though? Knight e5, bishop b7, rook b8, bishop f6, hitting both the knight and this rook here. Let's try it. I also have the idea of going bishop e7, and then, like, if king e7, like, oh, castle's long check. No! Guys, why didn't you tell me? Oh my god. Okay, maybe it's not that bad, because e7 is still hanging. Damn, that's gross. Okay, do I go king c2 and allow, like, knight d4 check or something, or do I just go king e1? Okay, I'm just gonna go king e1. I don't want to think about any of this, honestly. Oh man, why? Yeah, this is just not as exciting. Okay, let's take here, check first, dummy, and then we'll go here. I do have this lingering threat, and also, like, bishop f6 is just kind of legit anyway because h7 is hanging. So black's sort of kind of maybe not out of the water. I don't know. It's interesting. Man. There's like this IM who's hanging. I wish you guys could see this. I should have gotten rid of the template and just kept my, put my camera in like the bottom of the screen capture or whatever, just to show you guys. There's this IM who's just bitching about like Lichess chat, and it's just so funny. It's like, you're not even playing in the tournament, man. Like, why are you talking? Okay, let's go rook d1. He'll take, and then, oh, he doesn't want it. Okay, he doesn't take. Also fine, I suppose. I don't really know what I should play here. I'm going to play f3. And I don't think he doesn't want to take here right away because of rook d7. So he's going to guard. Logical. Maybe I'll play this actually and just guard. Guard c4. Idea rook e4. And then I could start turning it up. At some point I want to go g4. But I don't want to do it when the knight's there. So I'd like to go like rook e4, knight f7, and then maybe just g4 there, honestly, or maybe king f2 first. Yeah, so I'm going to play there. He's just trying to lock it down, understandably. I'm just going to go king f2. Yeah, he does have the threat of knight d6. There's not much I can do about that. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Knight d6, rook f4, g5, and then I'll go like rook f8 or rook f6. You can go e5 here too. Rook f6, same thing. g5 is maybe better. I'm just hoping that these pawns end up being weak and I can pick both of these off. He's wriggling. It's going to be very hard for me to beat a Grandmaster in this position. I mean, just realistically, he is a much stronger chess player than I am. He wants to go e5 is the idea and harass this rook. Like, for instance, e4, e5 would trap my rook. I'd have to give the exchange back. All right, I'm going to go here and meet knight d6 with rook e5 this time, I think. And he can take there. I'm going to go here and continue with the plan. No real choice. And let's go g4. Oh, knight f7. Yeah. All right. No option but to grovel, very sadly here. Let's go here. I only have 10 seconds. I'm just going to lose this. Yeah, this sucks. He's not playing well, I'll tell you that, but it doesn't really matter because I don't have any damn time. Shouldn't have played A4. All right, you got me. I think I put up a pretty good fight, honestly, though. Ugh, terrible game. I mean, kind of a good game, but we'll have to look at that one afterwards. Tournament pairings are closed. Damn, so now I'm in 5th place. That guy totally screwed me. All right, so you guys probably can't see the final standings here. Lantian wins it with 34. Barracuda 67 comes in second with 30. CCTT 21 comes in third, along with DrunkViper, the Grandmaster, in third and fourth place, and then I came in 5th place. All right, so let's go to that game with the Grandmaster and take a look, because that was interesting. All right, so yeah, of course, this is all jacked up, despite the fact that I had gotten it all nice and organized. Oh, maybe it wasn't jacked up. All right, it was close. This is just going to be a recurring theme, isn't it, on my videos? Like, Tony's board sucks, and it just does not look good. Why? Come on. All right. And I'm just continually moving it around my freaking screen to get it to work right. All right, so let's take a look here. I was killing him the entire game, and then it looks like I just blundered horribly. All right, so let's see. Let's go to the Masters database. Yeah, Michael Adams against Wei Yi from 2016 is the game that I'm thinking of. And I know there was also a Tiger Hillart Person game, I think, where he either goes CD, ED, Queen A4, or Queen A4 right away. Let me see. Yeah, so he went Queen A4 right away. I think the idea is to go like CD, ED, and then like be able to swing your queen over if you want. But I recall that I thought D3 was the best move. Something tells me this move's a mistake, because if it was good, I would have seen it before. Yeah, and you can see I have a pretty sizable advantage now. The problem is like, in general, the system, Black sort of has, because of like the pushing the pawn to these alternating pawn pushes on the C file, E file, G file, you know, C5, E6, G6. Black has pretty horrible dark squares anyway, and so it's like to play bishop takes C3 seems very risky. And yeah, H takes G6 seems well timed, of course. Like I said, they can't keep their pawn structure together. So now not only do I have the two bishops, I mean, this is obviously not great either, but yeah, feels to me like white is much better here. And then knight E5. These moves don't seem like maybe the best, but okay, so computer likes this, but what if bishop B7, bishop G7 here? And then yeah, so okay, so just like a quicker way to go bishop G to attack the rook and then take the H7 pawn. Sensible. Yeah, the problem is this castles hits my bishop, so it's not the same effect as going bishop H6, bishop G7. That's worth noting. Knight E5. Yeah, I honestly didn't even see this. I thought I had totally blundered at first, but okay. After knight E5, bishop B7, we're actually winning here. He probably shouldn't go knight E5. He should play something else. Maybe rook, move this rook somewhere, like rook E8. Is this? But then knight F7. Yeah, that's bad. Knight F7 threatens knight D6 hitting this. And okay, so you have to go here, actually. Stopping knight F7, and also now bishop E7, bishop E7, bishop E7 works, and I think everything is kind of okay here. Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's going to get me anywhere. Okay, yeah. But knight E5 is a blunder because of this. He can't basically move this and also stop against this, when also H7 is probably hanging as well. So he decides to chuck it this way and go into this ending. But this feels very bad. But it's not easy. I mean, geez, like, at some point, like here, it becomes hard. Okay, and computer's saying this, which means that this move is not good for some reason. Maybe here, yeah. When I'm up a pawn, but it's this guy, and this thing is very weak. It's suggesting takes here, king f3, rook e8, e4, and indeed this does look completely dominating. Unfortunately for black, the king is cut off, and yeah, this, at least for now, probably if he goes rook h8 or something, I'll have to go rook h1, but, you know, I think these guys will probably decide the game. But that's not easy to see, in my opinion. And this is not as clear. Yeah, this move was terrible, though, rook h4. I think, like, any move that allows me to get my rook out will be completely winning. Like here, threatening here. Now I can take here just fine because I have these two retreat squares. Like, this would be... He could try to play this instead, but this seems, like, completely fatal. Would have been cleaner. Rook h4 is really bad. And I actually looked at this. I did not see... I looked at this here and here, and I was like, okay, he has this, and on this he has this. I don't know why I didn't see that one extra poke. This would still be pretty close to winning, I'm guessing, because of here. And he has to go... Oh, he doesn't have to go anything, because f8 is handled. Okay, well... Yeah, this was a tough game, man. Yeah, and after this, I think much worse, because these pawns on the queen side start to become an issue, and my extra pawn on the king side is one of these guys, unfortunately. He still does have some weaknesses here. I don't think white should be much worse, if anything, but... Yeah, and actually, I think here, this is pretty bad. He should take here. Okay, yeah, tough one. I would have liked to rack up this win against his GM, man, especially because I was just completely winning. Unfortunate. It's just hard. Without an increment, I play like 100 elo worse. There's no question. Like, you give me an increment, I'm just a much stronger chess player because I'm just old and slow. But all right, well, listen. I had a pretty good run. I lost 2 games. I lost that Berserk game on time. That was dumb as hell. And I lost the Grandmaster. Acceptable. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I will be, no doubt, back with more once I perhaps finish some kind of an overlay that's acceptable looking for arena tournaments. Tony Rowe, out. Bye, guys.